Acclaimed filmmaker George Lucas once said, "A special effect without a story is a pretty boring thing." Well, I think George knows a lot about special effects, seeing as he created a whole universe, literally. Today, on my episode of Chatterbox, we are going to be talking about George Lucas's masterpiece, Star Wars. What's so great about it? Fun facts along the way, why the franchise continues to grow, exists, expand, how it's gone from movies to books to comics to a lot of TV shows. Frankly, too many if you ask me. But that's just my opinion, being a Star Wars nerd. So, sit back, relax, let's get started. Hey folks, how y'all doing? I'm Al Tessier. Welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Joining me is fellow Star Wars nerd, one who is very strong with the Force. I don't know if he's on the light side, the dark side, or if he is like Samuel L. Jackson, who just happens to have a purple lightsaber that says motherfucker on it. Yes, that's a true fact. But he is one with the Force, like myself, big-time Star Wars nerd, host of the Limitless Table Talk podcast. Fern Arias. Fern, great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, like I was telling you right before, it's next year is 50 years since they made Star Wars: A New Hope, which it means we're getting old. And that says something coming from millennials.
Big time. Actually, that will be my anniversary as well. My life on Earth anniversary as well.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Crazy is a gross. It's rogue to fit the equation, to fit the tone. Yes.
Big time.
So I think here's the thing. One thing I've noticed is that they keep trying to feed off more and more and more with Star Wars now. Even after the failure and like the Jenga tower that is absolutely collapsed in front of their faces, there's not really anything more for them to do. But why do they do it?
The property is good. And the thing is, the universe is so expansive that they can tell stories about anything. You know, just think about having an open map where you have all these different worlds and you can consistently create new ideas, new characters, new things within this world. It doesn't always have to be Skywalker.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Even though the Skywalker concept is phenomenal and actually is what kind of like launched everything.
Yes.
You know, they didn't have to go Skywalker again in these sequels, but they did because nostalgia bait, right? Everybody loves the classics. Mm-hmm. Even Disney themselves is redoing the parks just for nostalgia bait because they're basically realizing like a lot of the characters that we had in the parks, people weren't attracted to, people don't like them. Yeah. So we're going to put back the original trilogy characters. We're going to retrofit this entire Galaxy's Edge into the original trilogy characters, whether you like it or not.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, a guy I worked with on a film project, he said nostalgia is one heck of a drug, and they really know how to get high off of it, especially those big Disney corporate moguls. But Disney is Disney, so what more is there to be said? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they love it.
Mm-hmm. I take it you are definitely far more of a bigger fan than I am. That's for sure. Having shown me your exquisite collection of tattoos and stuff.
I do.
The real question is, are you a master when it comes to trivia, facts, knowledge, and all the stuff that they do not disclose?
It's funny because outside of the films and 269 of the books and the video games, I don't really know much else.
Really?
Really? Oh, yeah. I mean, I've read about, out of the 269 novels, I've probably read about 200 of them. And a lot of them were really good. A lot of them were not. But
Hmm.
I guess it all just depends on what you're into.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't fault someone for not knowing everything, but they're always willing to learn. Especially me with a guy that has a little bit of body art.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Well, I'm sure you're well aware that Harrison Ford did not like being Han Solo.
yes, yes, that was one of his big things. It's almost like he did the role just for George.
Yes.
Because George kind of like discovered him and was like, "Hey
Hmm.
man, let's put you in American Graffiti," and he's like, "I guess." I mean, I'm
That's
making good
always been
money. I
his
can maybe make
response.
good money.
That's always
Yeah,
been his
yeah,
response. Is like, okay, okay.
yeah,
That subtle, that subtle tone. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I still don't get why he didn't like it, because I mean, he wrote off his own death for cripe's sake, and that scene was actually very difficult to do. It took, I think, 18 takes to
yeah,
get that scene done right.
yeah,
Because when you see
yeah,
Adam Driver getting all emotional and stuff like that, that's not fake. That's not cheating it. That's 100% real. Because Adam Driver, like myself, Han Solo, is his favorite character. So when you're handed the script and it's like, what the? I, I gotta kill my favorite character. Like you can't make me do this, George.
And meanwhile, Harrison's like, please, please just kill me as fast as possible. Just get this done so I can leave. You know,
Yeah. So I
I
think
gotta
it
go
took.
do another indie. You know,
Correct. Correct. I don't get why. I still don't. I'll still never fully understand why he's overly latched onto Indiana Jones. Yet he, for some reason or another, has his with being Han Solo. I'm like, uh, it don't make sense. I mean, Steven Spielberg himself said straight out loud, he is Indiana Jones, and that's a fact. But
yeah,
at the same time, he's irreplaceable as Han Solo. There's nobody else to fill the void if he were to leave the equation.
yeah. I mean, they tried making that solo film, um,
I didn't see
which they
it.
actually did do it. Storyline, it was good.
Mhm.
It just wasn't. It didn't feel right.
It didn't have
You
the
know.
magic.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like, can you just like AI his face onto, what is it? What do
Mm.
they call it? Deep fake. Deep fake his
Yeah,
face onto the character and let's just, do what they do now.
yeah. That's
You
what they
know.
did with. That's what they did with Rogue One. For it's really an incredible piece of technology. Basically, what they do is they find maybe not really an actor, but a body double who looks stunningly enough like the original actor who played so and so. And so they find somebody who looks just like Carrie Fisher, and then they just put like that kind of like special like CGI mask stuff on their face, and then doing what George Lucas actually does enjoy, which is the editing suite. That's what he loves the most. You just like bring her back to life, like yeah,
Yeah,
resurrect her
yeah.
from the dead.
I mean, essentially, yeah, they did that with Moff Tarkin as well. And it's a weird technology, but it really does enhance the things. I mean, they did a great job in the Mandalorian. What was it, season 2, with bringing in Luke Skywalker
Mm.
into the show. And they did the same exact policy. Like they did the same thing. Like they just basically shot all this stuff with this actor that had very similar facial features and body composition, and Mark Hamill did all the lines.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. I mean,
I saw
it's really
something.
interesting.
I saw something really funny with Mark Hamill. He must have like begged the producers. What was it? He was in an episode of Flash where he played the villain, and he said, "I am your father." I'm like,
Yes,
how much
yes, I
money
did see
did
that.
he? How much money did he have to have begged them to do that? That's
Yeah,
probably something he's been waiting years to do.
yeah. No, super exciting. It's funny because he did that also in the Jay and Silent Bob
Mm.
Strikes Back film, where he played I forgot the name of the character right now, but he did a very similar thing as well on that movie with the
Yeah,
Kevin Smith movie.
because that's what he'll be forever remembered for.
Yeah.
whether he likes it or not. I think he's well aware of it now, that he will always be Luke Skywalker. That's all he'll ever be remembered for, because
Yeah.
that's the franchise that just gave him his career and made him who he is today, even now. And it's interesting. Here's something you probably didn't know. So, the whole "I am your father." So, when that was first put into play, only 3 people knew about it. Those people were George Lucas, obviously, the executive, and Mark Hamill. And George Lucas literally gave the script to Mark Hamill, and Mark Hamill was like, "Wait, I am your father? What the fuck?"
This is
And
crazy talk.
he was sworn to secrecy. He was sworn to absolute secrecy. Nobody else was allowed to know it under any circumstances. And when James Earl Jones saw it, he thought it was a lie. He thought it was complete BS. He didn't believe it when he read the script. Because in the original script, it is Luke, I am your father. He was like, no, this is a lie. I'm going to play out this lie. That's why he says, no, I am your father.
Right, right.
And I still can't do it right.
Look, it gives me chills. It gives me just chills right now.
I know. I've been trying to impersonate Darth Vader for my whole life, but I still can't do it.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, to know I am. It's so hard to that James Earl Jones flexion is just so perfect.
And he wasn't the original choice.
No.
It was Orson Welles.
Orson Welles, yeah.
But here's the thing about Orson Welles is that Orson Welles was very difficult to work with.
Yes, historically, yeah.
He was, so that's probably that's. I don't know if he used drugs or if it was that he was a womanizing sex predator. He had a very interesting rep. Brilliant, but not the easiest guy to be around. And women said that working with Hitchcock was like bliss compared to working with Orson Welles. So that really sets the tone, because Hitchcock...
That tells you everything.
Because Hitchcock had his... he had his ifs about him. And what's even more interesting is that it took 5 people to make Darth Vader, for cripe's sake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are constantly saying, "Oh, David Prowse." David Prowse was probably one of the best suited. Yes. I think, because the suits changed in the 3 movies.
Yes,
in the 3 films. And
we don't pay much attention to that either. That's another thing.
No.
Is that we just think of the one suit. We don't really pay close enough attention unless you really are a fan enough to want to soak it all in.
Yeah. I mean, the eyes are different.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth area is different. The riveting is different. As well as they added the chain in Empire.
Yes.
The breathing apparatus is different. I mean, everything is different. Everything.
Yes.
Every time you see him, it's a different suit. And then when you get to the prequels and you see him in Revenge of the Sith, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, it's a different suit as well. It doesn't even go with the New Hope suit.
No, it doesn't. No consistency. No.
Because they were just like, let's just make a different suit. And a lot of it had to do with George and his idea of selling toys.
Marketing.
Yeah. Marketing. Because he owned all the marketing for Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Which was one of the best deals he ever made. He didn't make very much money on the movies. He made all his money on the marketing.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Because he actually lost percentages. First of all, he barely made his money back originally on Star Wars.
Damn.
And then because he made a deal with Spielberg.
Yes.
With Close Encounters. I don't know if you've heard that story.
No,
basically
I have not.
they traded percentage points on each film because Lucas didn't think he was going to make any money on Star Wars. Spielberg didn't think he was going to make any money on Close Encounters. So they traded percentage points, and Spielberg made a fortune on Star Wars. Yeah,
God.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Yes. Yeah.
one of Hollywood tales.
I know. Yes. Have you actually seen the footage of David Prowse doing the lines?
Yes, it's insane,
It's
insane.
it's I saw an interview with him that was done probably only a few short years before he died or something like that. And if they had like waited long enough, I guess, um, during the whole scene where he's like, "Luke, let me look upon you with my own eyes," like
That was pretty good.
if he had just been 70 something years old, they could have like used David Prowse's face instead.
Yeah,
I really don't get it. I
yeah,
mean, Sebastian Stan's a legend, but I
yes,
feel almost like he kind of kills the vibe
he does. He
at the
does.
same time. I mean, it's no insult to his legacy, but I do feel like he kills it right then and there.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge twist. I mean, yeah, they were both British and stuff like that.
As most of
But
the actors on it were at that in that production.
I don't know how many of them were British. I do know for a fact that Carrie Fisher was doing cocaine when they were making one of the films.
Yeah, that's how she got so thin for Jedi.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how she lost all the weight. That she got
yeah,
too
because
deep.
she was body shamed a lot on Empire. Yeah, so they're like, you need to figure it out,
So she
because
just
you're gonna
like,
wear this thing.
and of course, this was before they had like your own personal trainer and a dietitian and somebody to
Right.
keep you in physique shape. So, and of course, it was the 80s and everybody was doing blow back in the day.
Yeah, man, it was a
Yeah.
snowfall.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. But it in total it took 5 people to make Darth Vader. That's one of the ones that most people don't know. Like David Prowse, he's the body. James Earl Jones, he's the voice. Sebastian Stan, he's the face. Then of course you've got like I don't even know the stuntman who
The
gets no
stuntman,
credit,
yeah,
who got no credit whatsoever. He's not even remembered under any circumstances. What's even more interesting is this, and James Earl Jones didn't take credit for being Darth Vader until the 3rd film, until Return of the Jedi.
yep, yep,
He
yeah. He was fine. He was
Yeah,
fine. He got
'cause
paid. He went. He moved on.
right, $7,000 for
Yep.
2.5 hours of work. That's the interesting thing. Like he said that was a lot of money back then. Like I'm sure it was compared to today's economy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, now you gotta like, what is it, 10, 14 times the amount of money that you made in 1980
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what it equivalent. It's
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
like,
equates to today.
yeah, I'm like 7,000. But thinking about myself, I'm like, okay, you step into a recording booth for 2.5 hours, you walk out, you get paid $7,000. I'm like, $7,000 for 2.5 hours worth of work. You know what? I'll take it. That's a deal.
I'll take it. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a deal
yeah,
breaker in my book.
yeah,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
yeah. I don't mind it. It's funny because I do voiceovers also, and
Mhm.
once in a while,
Yeah.
you get paid pretty well to do some of these voiceovers.
I know. I'm
You
still
know,
waiting on one where I'm supposed to get where I could make $7,000 for Christ's sake.
yeah, yeah.
Because
No, you
me,
get there.
I can do a mesh. I like I've already shown Darth Vader and stuff like that. I've been trying, so I can do Hannibal Lecter. I can do Dirty Harry. I can
Ooh,
do the Joker from The Dark Knight very well, I might add.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, those are the ones that that people. Let's put it
They're
this
like, do
way.
it, do it, do it.
You seem nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? You see, my father, he was a drinker and a fiend. So one night he comes home, a little crazier than usual. Mommy grabs the kitchen knife to protect herself. She doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, with me watching, he takes it to her, laughing hysterically as he does it. Then, he turns to me, sticks the blade in my mouth, and goes, "Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face."
That was excellent. I'm not
I've
gonna
been
lie.
doing that. I've been doing
That's
that
really
since
good.
I've been doing that since I was in high school, since the moment the movie came out.
Wow.
Yes, people
That is
and
insane.
even at my high school reunion, people are like, "Dude, you got to give us that Joker impersonation. You got
Give
to
us the
do it for it."
Joker, man.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
claim to fame. It's
Yeah.
funny. I have a Dark Knight theatrical poster right there as
Hmm.
well. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big
rest,
fan.
rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Oh man, he was awesome.
Yeah, and
He
the
was
role
awesome.
killed
People
him.
never give him credit for 10 Things I Hate About You. Is that
No, I
yeah.
love 10 Things I Hate About You. No, no, and the role killed him, and that's what
Yeah.
people don't get. It's not the drugs or anything. People who know him closely, like Paul Bettany, still to this day denies all of the dark, like, bullshit and conspiracies. Like, they all are like, the role is what killed him. He got in too deep. Because the thing is, so yeah, so okay, we're going off balance, but but in the world of filmmaking, everybody has their methodologies to becoming the character.
Yes.
Like you said with Carrie Fisher,
Yes.
cocaine is what she used to make herself thin.
Cocaine and not eating. It's fantastic.
Ugh, that's a bad
The
combo.
the 70s and the 80s were wild, man.
I can imagine. Yeah, yeah. Yes. But he what he did, I guess, that would become the curse that would lead to his death was he because you're playing a psychopath is not easy. Every actor who has ever played a psychopath except for Anthony Hopkins has suffered consequences mentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it? Malcolm McDowell. He went 3 days when he did Alex Delage and A Clockwork Orange. He went 3 days straight, no sleep, and just had kind of like a bit of an was having this emotional exhaustion that he couldn't really control.
It's not easy portraying ultra violence all the time.
Correct. Correct. A bit of the old ultra violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still,
So good.
Bill Skarsgård had nightmares about being Pennywise the clown and ended up going to therapy.
Yep. Yep. So much so that he almost declined doing Welcome to Derry.
I didn't know that. That part I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not
But he
know
was
that.
so into it. But at that point, he was already so far along in his,
Yeah.
I guess in his treatment or whatever,
Yes.
that he was like, I'm good, guys. I can do it.
Yeah. So at least he figured out how to cure himself quick enough. That's for sure.
I think it was when he did The Crow. He was like, yeah, I'll take that Pennywise role again.
Yeah. Yes, because The Crow is a cursed role, as many people know.
It is. It is.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and no, because with Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter, what he does is, so he's a Shakespearean actor, which basically means it's about becoming the character. The secret to it is he will take the script and he'll read it 365 times in a row so that he not only absorbs the lines, but he absorbs the character. By doing that, he's completely absorbed the character's personality, their motives, their train of thought, everything. And that allows him to transition in and out. 1 minute he can be, as people just call him, Tony. Like, that's what he likes to be called. So 1 minute I saw some behind the scenes footage of him. He broke character and did a Rocky Balboa impersonation when they were making The Silence of the Lambs.
That's fascinating.
That's how good he is. That's how good the methodology works. He can just like be Lecter, and then next minute, okay, all right, I'm Tony again. I'm me again. It's yeah.
It's very different than when you hear about Jim Carrey when he did Man on the Moon, that he basically was Andy Kaufman 24/7. Yeah, yeah. Like he would go to the trailer and he was still Andy Kaufman. Like they would have to refer to him as Andy in the it's really, really bizarre. But that's how deep he was in that character.
I have never understood method acting. I'm not saying I don't respect it or anything like that. I feel it's just like it can be toxic. It can have we've seen firsthand that it has its consequences.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at Joaquin Phoenix as well. When he did the Joker, he was the Joker all the
Yes.
time.
Yes, and he
You know,
lost 50 pounds for the role.
yeah, and oddly, it was the same thing with Jared Leto.
Mm,
Very bizarre Joker, to the point
didn't
where
see it.
he was sending his castmates weird items.
Right, I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah, that
Bizarre.
I think that really gave him a rep as to don't work with this guy after doing
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
think that
yeah. It's
really
like stick to
just
music, buddy.
correct. I'd say the same thing to him. I mean, House of Gucci was good, but it's not like he was the center of attention in that movie under any circumstances.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's Adam Driver right there
Yeah.
driving that thing.
Yes. Yes,
Our
and he did
Kylo Ren.
yes, and he did a phenomenal job. He
He
really
was.
did. Yes.
Listen, I haven't seen anything that Adam Driver has done other than The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker that I did not like.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not his fault essentially.
No.
Yeah, it was the writers
Yes, yeah.
and Disney.
That's the downfall. In my opinion, the downfall of what has become of Star Wars, like you said, nostalgia is the thing that pulls us back to it. But the reality is, it if you don't have Lucas tied to it, it's not going to be good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
and
way I
he had
look
no
at it.
involvement whatsoever. He had involvement in Force Awakens,
Mm,
um, because they asked him what he wanted to do, and they didn't do any of it. They didn't do
really?
any of it. Yeah, they asked him like what was his idea. Like if you look up his sequel trilogy,
Mm,
um, nothing whatsoever is in those sequels that he created,
damn.
other than the characters. Yeah, and not even the new characters. He just the original characters. It's sad. It's
It's
sad that this generation has not been able to experience Star Wars like
like we
even
did.
the prequels. Yeah, like the original trilogy, the prequels,
Mm,
the Clone Wars show
yeah.
was
Yes.
incredible. Probably one of the best Star Wars properties since the original trilogy had the prequels, because the
What was
prequels
your
weren't too bad
No, they weren't. They get a
compared to
lot of
what you get now.
exactly. That's the thing. Like, if you turn back the clock, maybe like 10 years, people would say, "Oh, the prequels were a disgrace. They were atrocious,
I
awful on
said it all
so
the
many
time.
levels." But if you look at what Disney has done, that has literally butchered the franchise, coupled with the fact that they need to feed off of more and more and more and more and more for marketing and for just selling it for what it is, Star Wars. Like they're Academy Award content for cripe's sake.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm not a fan of Attack of the Clones. First of all, it's a terrible title. Secondly, it's just not a great film.
Mm.
I've seen Phantom Menace way too many times to not like it at this point. I didn't. I saw it in the theater when it premiered. I saw it when it re-released, and then I saw it when it re-released again in 3D.
I believe it was actually the highest grossing movie of that year of '99.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah, if
I
I'm
mean, I
correct.
bought my tickets like months in advance. I was that guy. Yeah. Back then, the 90s,
Hmm.
wild. I bought my tickets months in advance. I wore my Jedi robe. I hung out in line. I got in there and watched the movie, and I was like, "What was that? Was what was Jar Jar? What was Jar Jar Binks? What? I don't understand that character."
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and then as time has gone on, I'm like, Jar Jar Binks, miso not too bad
Yes, I
compared to
agree.
what you got now.
Correct.
Um,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I think the best thing that happened in these sequels was BB-8,
Mm.
that
Everyone
droid.
loved BB-8. Everyone
He's great.
loves
He's great.
BB-8. He's so
I have one. I
he's
have
so
one that roams around.
adorable. He's
Yeah,
so adorable.
he really is. I have one that follows me.
Hmm.
What I want him to follow me. I'm like, come on, BB, let's go. And BB-8's like, and he follows me around.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm that nerd.
Mhm. What
You
is
know, I don't
it?
know if you have a BB-8 or not, or an
I
R2,
what I
or
do what I have is I do filmmaking, and my jacket that I wear when I'm on set, that I carry like my equipment and stuff in it, I have a patch on the back of the Millennium Falcon that says Rebel Scum on it.
oh, nice, nice. It's
Yes.
similar to that.
Yes, correct. Well, except mine had to have the Millennium Falcon because that is the
Yeah,
ultimate
yeah, it is.
vehicle. That is the vehicle. That's the car you want. That's your dream car. Better than a 1976 Gran Torino.
Yes, yes, I agree. I agree 100%. You know, it's funny. I don't know if you've been to. Have you been to Galaxy's Edge
No, I have
in
not.
Disney? Um,
No, I have not been to Disney in a couple of years. You are a Floridian, so you can
I
give me the rundown on how much it's I guess one might say upgraded, like better, worse, like, or are they just
spectacular, spectacular. I actually, I rode Rise of the Resistance,
mm,
and my wife got a video of me in tears, in actual tears. Yeah, because I got to see like an AT-AT in like giant real size. I was like,
mm,
because you get to go like kind of under it,
mm.
and it's just like I can't. This is incredible, incredible, real tears. Um, legitimate.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge is like it's a dream. It's a dream come true kind of
Mm,
thing, you know. And now when they start putting more of the original trilogy characters, because they're going to have the original stormtroopers, um, you know, Darth Vader, so on and so
yeah.
forth. Incredible, incredible. Riding the Millennium Falcon not as fun as actually seeing it,
Yeah.
because when you see it, you're like,
Ah.
there it is, there it is. I'm about to ride that thing,
Yeah.
you know.
The greatest aircraft ever created by mankind.
Yes, yes, and it was such a simple design. Simple design. They couldn't figure out how to do it originally, and then you know, at ILM they were like, let's just do this, you
Mm.
know, and they made it very very simple. You know, the round base with the you know, and man, you know, and then they're like, let's put the cockpit on the side, just so it's different than because they were trying to compare to Star Trek because Star Trek
Uh,
had it all figured out, right?
yep.
Star Trek had
Yes.
the cockpit right in the middle in the Enterprise.
Hmm.
So they're like, we don't want to do that, and we already have a similar round design. Let's put the cockpit on the side, you
Yes.
know. And they couldn't figure out which side they wanted to do it in originally, and then they settled on the right side.
Yeah. I I'm curious. You
It's
wanna know what
wild.
I'm really curious about? I'm curious what Leonard Nimoy thought of Star Wars.
According to what I have read in the past, is that he loved it. He thought it was spectacular.
Mm.
He just thought it was not very well thought out.
Ah. Well, he was a very opinionated individual, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And very articulate in how he spoke, and what if you see interviews with him, yeah, he was very professional in the way he delivered it. So I can definitely see him saying that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He thought that it lacked the science,
Mm.
you know, because one of the things that Star Wars does that um, anything else in space does not do, which is sound, because
Hmm.
there is no sound in space,
No.
and they do sound, which
Yes.
is bizarre. But he wanted it to feel like a World War II dogfight in space all the
Yep.
time. Like he was obsessed with the flight mechanics
Hmm.
of World War II. Like he loved dogfights. He's like, oh, let's do the dogfights.
Hmm.
And he's like, if they're doing a dogfight and there's no sound, who's gonna watch that? You
Nobody.
know? Yeah, you're gonna have like a just an empty sound and just hearing the actors say their lines. You know,
Hmm.
it's like, oh, you know, get that TIE fighter.
Do you know that Mark Hamill's father was actually not impressed with him as Luke Skywalker?
I would believe that. I would believe that.
So his father wanted him. Mark Hamill was a military brat who graduated from high school in Japan when his father was stationed there. And his dad wanted him to follow in his footsteps. So he wasn't. I'm like, your son is the most powerful Jedi in the universe, for Christ's sake. Global sensation, and you're not impressed. Give me a break.
Yeah, yeah. He's almost not. He was almost not impressed the way Luke was unimpressed with the lightsaber in Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Or right? Is that what when he just goes, who needs that? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
That's Mark Hamill's dad.
What was your take about Obi-Wan in regards to the Obi-Wan series? Like, I gotta say that epic face-off between Obi-Wan and Vader, like where he just chops the helmet and everything. Some of the best they've done in a long, long time. Just the raw emotion pulsating where I love what they did, how they kind of were able to synchronize between the robotics and kind of the Hayden Christensen's voice at the same time.
Yeah, the human element.
Yes, exactly.
I first of all, I love Ewan McGregor. I think Ewan McGregor acting as Alec Guinness, acting as Obi-Wan is spectacular. Yeah. Because that was his whole thing. He was like, I want to play Alec Guinness playing Obi-Wan. Like, I'm not playing Obi-Wan. I'm playing Alec Guinness playing Obi-Wan. Because he could have done his own thing. True. Like a lot of the actors,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He definitely could have done his own thing. But I actually really, really enjoyed the Obi-Wan series. A lot of people give me, like, they're like, what? Why? And I'm like, because you get to see Obi-Wan in a time where Obi-Wan is hiding out.
Yeah.
We never saw that era. We never knew what happened to him. We just know he became old Ben Kenobi.
Correct.
Which is the worst way to hide ever in the history of ever.
Yeah.
Let's take Obi-Wan and become old Ben Kenobi. Not wise on the slick spy stuff.
No. And I think Ewan McGregor did a very good job in creating the transition that we see when we look back. If we watch Obi-Wan and then we watch Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan in the originals, he definitely did a phenomenal job in regards to creating that transition and better understanding why, like, Alec Guinness is as he is in the films.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You totally understand, like, the piece. It's almost like, once we get to A New Hope, which originally wasn't titled A New Hope, by the way. I'm sure you know that. It was just Star Wars.
Yes.
When we get to Star Wars, he has like this solemn kind of like mentor, very Zen peace, being in his being.
Yes.
To the point where, like, he's just like, these are not the droids we're looking for, He's so chill. He's so chill.
Yes.
But I think that he needed to go through what we saw in Obi-Wan for him to get there.
Yes.
As well as what we saw in all the other films and the Clone Wars, which was
and the thing he needed more than anything else was he needed that wake up, that face to face from Anakin, where it's like, Anakin's gone. I can't do it.
Anakin's gone. I'm Vader now.
Yes. Yeah. I am not your failure, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoever did the sound editing, that person deserved an award.
Yes.
100%, hands
Excellent.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because it's a different voice. I just finished playing a game called Star Wars Outlaws. And whoever did the voice for that game, not even close. Not even close. Yours is so much better than that dude's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've played it or not, but it's a fun game. There's no Skywalkers. You're basically a scoundrel, just doing scoundrel stuff around the galaxy.
Yes, yeah.
But it's a fun game. But the guy that played that part, not good. The one that played it in the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order games was really good, as well as the one that did the Force Unleashed games. Those were very good. very good rendition of Vader.
Yes.
That was not James Earl Jones.
No.
Rip.
Yeah. No. One thing that I'm curious if they've done it. Like, one thing that's a big talk about online is kind of AI voicing and stuff like that, and like stealing recordings especially for vocal actors who are no longer with us and stuff like that. I'm curious what they've done with that, like how if they're going to take advantage of that.
I'm sure they will. The same way that they do the face mapping, or what do they call it? I said it earlier. Deep faking, or
Deep faking, yeah.
Yeah, the same. I think it's the same kind of thing. You get the estate to say cool,
Mm-hmm.
and you come up with a good character.
Yes.
And as long as the actor's portraying the role to its integrity,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're all right.
Yeah.
Because when they did Rogue One, that was the first time we saw that, right?
Yes, it was.
And we got to see Grand Moff Tarkin and Princess Leia, and we're like,
and they did a phenomenal job.
It still looked a little video gamey because I don't think the technology was there yet.
No, it was like maybe a year away at least, because because the way they did it with Princess Leia looked just as, like, I'd have to say 98% could tell it was Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was right on. It was right on. And the same with Moff Tarkin. He was right on, man.
Yes.
But I think that by the time you get to Mandalorian,
mm-hmm.
and you see how advanced, Luke Skywalker's role in that was.
Yes.
Because it wasn't just like a little role. Like he was in it for a bit,
mm-hmm.
It's pretty shocking. It's pretty shocking how different it is at that point. Really, really, the technology, and that's all driven by Lucas and ILM.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's constantly moving technology forward. When he set out and he's like, I'm not doing anything because I'm working on THX,
mm-hmm.
because he wanted people to hear the sound the way it should be intended by the filmmakers, right?
Yes.
And he basically spent, I think, 10 years developing THX.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. It's very similar to what Dr. Dre did with Beats, where he was like, I'm going to focus, like I'm out of the game and I'm going to just do this. And he worked on beats. And I think it took him 8 or 9 years to develop the Beats headphones the way we have them when they originally launched. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, just brain fart moments. God,
it happens, man.
Yes,
it happens to me all the time.
Oh, definitely, yes. Especially when you're there's too much to talk about, and like
absolutely,
there's only so many facts. It's funny, like because here's the thing, like me, so one thing about because people know about, circling back to Darth Vader, everybody's favorite villain, is that I'm sure some people know but don't know, David Prowse has also offered the role for Chewbacca.
Yes.
Ultimately, George Lucas, his mission was he needed two guys who were like 6'5" to play the hero and the villain, and he immediately approached Prowse and was like, I need you. He's like, who you want to be? He's like, the villain, because the villain's the one they remember the most.
Yeah. And it's funny because Peter Mayhew, also RIP, spectacular as Chewbacca, like incredible as Chewbacca.
Yeah. I can sometimes do the Chewbacca. It's very tough. I'd try right now, but it would take like 50 tries. Because you have to literally like echo in the back of your throat when you do it.
Okay.
It's weird. Like, I can't do it. Something like that. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I've never been able to do it.
Yeah. No. No, he immediately said yes, the villain, because the villain's the one that they remember the best. Um,
Yeah, and it's funny because if you look at the AFI's 100 greatest villains of all time,
mhm,
I want to say Darth Vader is in the top five.
mm. Yes, I believe that. Yeah, I. What is it? Me? I know like all of his lines inside out. And whenever I watch Star Wars with my wife finds it hysterical because she'll see me like mouthing like Star Wars, mouthing every single one of Vader's lines every time
Yeah,
he's on screen because he has. I don't. It's everything. It's the presence, it's the tone, it's that excellent John Williams music that completes the character and creates the evil behind it or
yeah, that
yeah,
ambiance, right?
correct,
And we
exactly.
don't hear
Yeah.
that until Empire Strikes Back
Yes. And
when we get
George
his theme.
and George Lucas, actually the inspiration behind Vader was a Japanese character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw it. They said in the video when I saw it that you see the similarity. I'm like, okay, tall, dark dude who's very powerful. Yes, but that's it.
yeah. I mean, also like the samurai style helmet.
Yeah.
Because there was a big thing with Lucas where he wanted it to be like a fairy tale.
Mm.
Space opera is what they called it originally. Um,
Space opera. That's a new
yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah. Space opera was the genre,
Hmm.
um, and
Or
it's kind of
cowboys in armor, as Liam Neeson puts it.
as Liam Neeson puts it, right? Liam Neeson, what a great character. I actually really liked Qui Gon.
Everyone
Um,
did. Everyone did.
God,
He's what
so cool.
I don't get why they had to kill him off so suddenly because the reality is one of the reasons I think one of the reasons I watch uh, uh the uh the Phantom Menace is simply for Liam Neeson giving like that because he's Liam Neeson. He never disappoints. He's just got a particular set of skills that we can't match up
He's
with.
got a particular set of skills.
Yes.
Yeah. He's Liam Neeson is spectacular.
Yeah.
And now he just makes basically taken different versions of it.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, he's
but back,
done. He's done with that because he's
yeah,
like, I'm 70 something years old. I cannot keep doing this anymore.
yeah. He he in that role he's spectacular. But I think that that's part of what makes Obi Wan, right? Because he had his master, he had to learn, he had to Padawan under Qui Gon, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. His rage takes over him, right? In Phantom Menace at the end,
Yeah.
right? Fighting Darth Maul.
Yep.
And, he himself does not know how to control himself. And it's almost like you needed him to go through all of that and what happens in Obi-Wan, the show, for him to get to becoming the Alec Guinness version of himself.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a wild ride, man.
Yeah.
Star Wars is wild, you know?
It is. Yes. Yeah. It's out of this world.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's a galaxy far, far away.
Oh
Uh,
yes. Yes. Who came? Here's the thing. I'm very curious, like where Lucas came up with that idea because it's so fitting. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Like, do you have any clue whose idea that was for that introduction? Just setting the tone the way it does.
well, what's interesting is that he wanted it to be a fairy tale, like again, a space opera, right? A fairy tale. Like, how can we make this a fairy tale
Mm-hmm.
where it's not real, but it's real? It's almost like that, where a lot of people kind of when you read fairy tales and a lot of them start out with like long
Mm-hmm.
time ago,
Yeah.
once, and I think that he was trying to find his own way of putting that together
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted it to feel close, but he wanted it to feel also very, very distant.
Yes.
What's fascinating about it is a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is the line that gets me every single time. Long time ago, a galaxy far,
Yeah.
far away could have started off with that. But
Yes.
to give it the fairy tale kind of like medieval or chivalrous tone,
Hmm.
he said a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I think that's where all that came from. Because he was very into like, I want this to be chivalrous. I want it to be, very like, these knights fight. That's why they're Jedi knights,
Yes.
um, which is crazy. And then he was so influenced by the Japanese samurai culture, which is where the lightsaber comes from. The
Hmm.
actual saber, and like this kind of like weird way of looking at things. Um, and that's why we have that Asian influence on the wardrobe, on the helmets, because even looking at the Acolyte, uh, you can see the wardrobe influenced by Asian culture.
Hmm.
You know, the Acolyte's not great, but it does tell a story.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got for you on the Acolyte.
Yeah, I think we should let the new generation be the judge as to what they think.
Exactly.
Of course, frankly, I'm a little disappointed with what the new generation is being given in as far as entertainment goes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not great.
See, I blame Disney. I blame
Yeah,
Disney for one, owning everything, two, running out of fresh content, and three, making an endless number of remakes that don't need to be made. Like they've already doing a Moana one. Give me an effing break.
yeah, right. A live action Moana because we
Like
didn't love the actual, uh, not live action, the animated. Thank you.
I'm like that movie is not even 10 years old and you're already doing a live action. Like seriously, give us some fresh meat for once.
Yeah, it's funny because they actually make a ton of money on the remakes.
I
Um,
know they do. But
their
they also fail
remakes,
miserably at the same time.
some of them do. Some of them do. Most of them have done excellent. Like if you look at what was that one? The Lion King. The Lion King was like $1 billion
Mm.
in its theatrical release.
I
You know,
didn't see it. The only what are the only live actions I've seen? Oh god. The only live I saw Lilo and Stitch. But that's because Lilo and Stitch is like one of my wife's favorite Disney movies. So I was like,
love it.
okay. And so she knows like and she knows me being the movie guy I am and everything. I'm like, so I went for that one. I saw what is it, the Beauty and the Beast one, which I thought was okay. I thought that was well
Yeah,
done.
it was good. It was good.
Yes, yeah. I didn't see the Aladdin one under any circumstances because Robin Williams is Robin Williams, and you cannot replace him with Will Smith. It's a real
Yes.
slap in the face to one man's legacy.
That was good. That was good. But yes,
Yes,
it is.
yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It is. I've seen most of them, and actually, most of them have made a lot of money.
Mm.
The ones that didn't make money are the ones that had bad promotion behind it, like Snow White. Snow White bombed miserably because of the actress,
Gal
the
Gadot,
lead that played Snow White. I forgot. I don't even remember her
Rachel
name.
Zegler, Rachel Zegler. Yeah,
That one, the one that was in the High School Musical series. Um, my daughters like that stuff. So,
yeah, yeah. No.
but
Gal
it did.
Gadot said she blamed anti-Semitism as the reason for Snow White's downfall. I'm like, no. I'm like,
No,
no, Gal.
blame
It's
Rachel
because
Zegler.
I'm like, no, Gal. I blame you. You can't act, girl.
Yeah. Her, what is it? She's Wonder Woman, right?
That's all she's ever. She
That's
is.
all she's ever done.
That's
And I
all
actually
she.
liked 84. I guess it's because it's nostalgia bait.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, no.
um,
Yeah, the thing is, because Wonder Woman was the only thing she had ever done, you will see Wonder Woman in everything she does do from now on. It's why people have harped on her, quit acting, retire, and just go be a model slash sex symbol. Like, you don't have the beef for it under any circumstances. You're the same thing consistently with every single role you do. Um, yeah, they've already said that being Wonder Woman was her downfall.
yeah, she's stuck. She's typecast. It's very different than playing a different role.
Hmm.
And actually having fame as a different doing going into Wonder Woman. Had she
Hmm.
have done other roles that were
Right.
notable, I don't think she'd be in this problem.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that breakdown with other MCU and DCU actors and stuff, and the reason why I guess one might say they're so bankable. Like if you look at Hugh Jackman, he is Wolverine, but
Yes,
at the same time, this is a man who can do musical theater,
he's
who
also
can
Neil
do
Diamond.
exactly. He is also Neil Diamond. He can do he can do stage theater. He can be dramatic. He can be the most hateful individual you want. So he's got versatility. Even
Yeah,
Chris Evans may be Captain America, but at the same time, he can be like that funny guy. He can be like the sweetheart boyfriend and stuff like that.
yeah. I
Like
mean,
there's
he started
versatility,
off in, what was it? Not Another Teen Movie.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, Chris Evans has grown as an actor. Hugh Jackman as well. Obviously, Hugh Jackman can be anybody. I mean,
Oh, of
think,
course.
Swordfish, right?
Yes.
Did you ever see that one, Swordfish?
I don't think I did. No, no.
So
But
imagine having to work with John Travolta. That's what Hugh Jackman had to do, and Halle Berry. That was
mm,
Swordfish.
mm.
But very, very different role. But that's the thing. I think with
We know
Gal
though
Gadot,
that John Travolta wins in a dance competition
every time,
versus every
every
time, of
time,
course.
every time,
Yes,
regardless, he will win.
yes, he will
Yes,
win. But
yes,
singing
he is staying
competition,
alive.
Hugh Jackman will beat him.
Absolutely. Well, Hugh Jackman, he's got chops, man. The Greatest
Yeah,
Showman. Come on now, that guy can
yeah.
sing.
I know, which is like literally sugarcoats it because if you know enough about who P.T. Barnum really was as an individual, he was an awful, awful human.
Awful human being. Yeah, terrible
Yeah,
human being. Like seeing Hugh Jackman, you're like, what a nice guy.
yeah,
And then you read the stuff, and you're like, ooh, good.
yeah. He was, yeah. P.T. Barnum was really messed up in the head.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Had she have done other roles, and it's funny because I circling back to Star Wars and thinking
Hmm.
about A Force Awakens, right?
Yes,
Adam Driver had already had a career
correct.
when he got the role of
Yeah,
Kylo Ren.
correct. Yeah.
Um, I don't even know her name. The one that plays Rey.
Daisy Ridley, I think is her name.
That's it. Daisy Ridley
Ridley. Hasn't done anything else.
hasn't done anything
She's
else.
only done like maybe two other movies, I think.
Right. And I think
Because
a lot of it has to do with this. She can't get cast
correct.
because of so much backlash to Star Wars. And had they have written it differently, I don't think we'd have this problem.
No.
You know, because I like John Boyega.
Hmm.
It's funny, I know his name, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He like I one thing I try to explain to people when explaining the industry is that luck plays a key role in getting where you are. He had barely any money in his pocket and he got like I think he got like a text or a call not from Lucas but maybe from like one of the directors or the director or the
Right.
producer something like that, and he used what little money he had, went to that meeting, and the rest is history. And now John Boyega he got like a big fat fucking paycheck that made him
He
rich as
did.
can
He
be.
does. He made him super rich, and now he can choose roles because he's an actual, like, really, really good actor.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
you've seen him do other things, he's very good. He's very,
Hmm.
very good.
Yeah.
But Daisy Ridley has not done anything,
Nope. She's been in I think
and
two other. I think she's been like seen in two other known movies. Next to that, she's just Ray.
yeah, she's just Ray, and it's terrible because it could have gone so differently had
Hmm.
they have taken a different path with the writing. And it's funny because I don't know if you've seen now that Filoni's in charge of Lucas.
No, I
Um,
didn't hear that.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They ousted what's her face from being the chair of Lucas, and now it's Dave Filoni. He's in
Mm.
charge now. and he's basically saying like we're going to retcon uh, the Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker.
Mm.
And I'm like, so what are you going to do? You're going to just do new movies as like, 7 and 8, or are you just going to? So he's resetting the timeline after Force Awakens,
Mm.
basically, which is kind of interesting, you know, because Mando was like such a good property for him
Hmm.
when he created that, and obviously the Clone War, the Clone Wars, incredible. It's still to this. I watched that with my son as it was going on live, like
Hmm.
when it was airing,
Hmm.
and I don't know how you feel about the Clone Wars TV, the show, but it's probably one of the best Star Wars properties uh, in more recent time.
Mm.
That Rebels, incredible. Don't know if you're familiar with Rebels,
I have not. I
the story of
no,
Ahsoka Tano and
no,
Ezra.
no. I have not gotten into as much of the new stuff as I should, and I'm
It's
guessing I
good.
should. I definitely need to like do a little bit of research because I saw like something new they came out. They're coming out with something in reference to Darth Maul. Like they want to bring him back.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
They're basically saying he did not die.
Die, which
Yeah,
I think might that's gonna I'm already predicting that's gonna get a mother load of mixed reactions
it's fascinating.
because like we saw him die, we saw Obi-Wan chop the guy in half.
Yeah, yeah. But in the books and in the Clone Wars,
Hmm.
they show you how he survived.
Really?
Yeah. So he basically force controlled um, parts around him
Hmm.
because think about it, a lightsaber's burned, right?
Yeah.
Lightsabers burn you. So he got cut in half, but he stayed alive. He still had all his functioning stuff up top, right? So he was able to create junk to become spider legs,
Mm.
and it saved him out of the trash pit. But he
Mm.
had to live in the trash pit for many, many years.
Mm.
Uh, as and then he just basically had this hatred grow for Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yes.
you know. So it's you got to see the Clone Wars. You got to
Mm.
see the Clone Wars. It's spectacular, and watching him with spider legs, what? It's crazy, crazy. It's crazy. And then he eventually creates bionic legs for himself.
Mm.
So that's where we get this Maul now
Yes.
in this new series. I think we pick it up with where he's in that transition between um, between the spider legs and his new android legs.
Mm.
Fascinating. I love Maul. Maul is one of the best underused characters in the history of Star Wars
Yes.
cinema,
Yes.
because he
And
could have kept
it's
going. He could have kept going.
definitely, most definitely. Yeah, and also like what is it? And you if you know the actor who does like the voice behind him, Peter Sefalekowitz, I can never pronounce the
Yeah,
last guy's
yeah.
name,
Not
right?
Ray Park.
No, not
Ray
Ray
Park is
Park.
just the body.
Yeah. No, the guy who does the voice is like what is it? We get a glimpse of him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, a
Yes, yeah.
glimpse. Yeah.
Yeah. He does a good job of being an evil asshole.
Yes. Yes. It's when you're typecast, man.
I know. Well, I think he actually prefers doing voices more than he does like doing straight up like acting work and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I enjoy doing voices most
Yeah,
of the time.
voices is
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
it is. It is
Mhm.
because you take the character in, and then you create the whole process, right?
Yes.
But nobody has to see you do it.
No, they don't. Yeah. What is it like? I had done. I haven't published it yet. An episode for about voiceovers and stuff like that. Here's one like one interesting. It's also about how the voice comes to you. Like what is it? Like
Yes.
John Leguizamo as Sid the Sloth. the discovery behind creating that voice. He tried like so many different voices, a Southern voice. He tried an Asian voice. He was watching a documentary about sloths, and he was eating chicken and kind of thinking out loud when he did it. So when he talks like that talking was him. He immediately called like Chris Melanandria, and with a chicken sandwich in his mouth, and is like, "Hey, it's Sid the Sloth. I found myself.
I found a sound. Here it
Yes,
is."
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's great. It's great. That's one of the classic voices ever.
Mhm.
You know, and then you know, of course, you have Mike Myers, who pretty much does everybody in an Irish or Scottish voice. You
Yep. Always, yeah.
know, every time,
Most
every
definitely.
time. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you
Even
can be
if-
Fat Bastard or you can be Shrek. It's all the same.
Yes.
It doesn't
Very
matter.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. And if you think that's interesting and you want to listen in to a new podcast, you can check out Fern Arias and his wife, their podcast, the Limitless Tabletop Podcast, which is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever it is you get podcasts for. And if you want to support this podcast, so a shout out to all you media junkies out there and have a chance to be a guest on the show, you can follow me on Instagram at ATK Media, or you can check me out on YouTube at Chatterbox-94. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. You can DM me via Instagram, and don't forget to tune in and listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever it is you get your podcasts from.
Don't forget iHeartMedia.
Yes, that is correct.
That's a big
iHeartMedia,
one.
the one we do not give much credibility to.
I
Because
know.
they don't-
And so many podcasts go through there.
Yes, yeah, yeah. We definitely need to give them more credibility for what they do in regards to helping us to be heard.
Yes. It's nice to get out there, you know.
It
and,
is nice
and
to
have
get
a little
out there.
bit of reach. You know?
Yes, definitely, very much. Yeah, my recommendation is use Buzzsprout if you want to get on every single platform.
That's the one. That's the winner.
Yeah, that's what I
Chicken
use.
dinner right there, man.
Yes, use that. You're on everything.
Yep,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yes. Fern, it was truly great having you here on the show today.
Thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. I love talking about Star Wars.
Yes.
As well as other
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah,
Yes.
anytime anybody wants to talk Star Wars, I'm like, yes, let's do it.
Yes. Well, may the force be with you.
And also with you.
Yes.
I was very Catholic.
Yes. All
Man,
right,
it's been fun.
folks. All right, folks. May the force be with all of my listeners out there. Until next time, folks, stay high in life. Peace out.